Welcome to HeroVerse, where we highlight your favorite, iconic, and legendary superheroes. Comment down below and let us know who's your favorite hero that you want to be featured in our channel. Just make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss our heroic content in the future. Our hero highlight for today's video is known by everyone. He's always on top of your list when you hear the word hero. That's right, it's Superman. Superman is one of the most powerful heroes in the DC universe, if not the most powerful hero. He's also one of the most well-known superheroes in the world, and pretty much everyone on the planet knows who he is. As such, he has starred in video games, movies, TV series, and animated movies and series for years.
Fly, son. It's time.
Today, let's take a look at the top 5 Superman moments in DC. First up on our list is Superman fighting the Justice League. In the recent movie Justice League, a newly revived and confused Superman fought the entire team without even breaking a sweat. He can even track the Flash's movement, which is evident on his face when he realizes this reality. In the end, Batman has to pull out his quote, "big gun,"
Alfred, I need the big gun.
which is Lois Lane to stop Superman's rampage and help bring back his memories. This one scene alone proved that Superman has the absolute power to defeat every member of the Justice League, or even all of them at the same time. DC constantly makes it clear that if Superman wants it, he can take down the entire team of heroes. There have been plenty of moments in the comics, video games, animated series, and movies where Superman proved to be the strongest member of the team. And every time this happens, it's always worth the watch, as this isn't something common or can easily be accomplished by any other members of the Justice League.
What are these boxes for? Talk while you still can.
Round 2, Flyboy.
Chains? You're funny.
We won't stop him. He's pissed off. We have to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Superman's strongest heat vision. In the film Superman Batman Apocalypse, Kara, who lost her memories and Superman's cousin, arrived on Earth on a meteor that fell on Gotham City. Batman and Wonder Woman decided to bring Supergirl to Paradise Island to undergo specialized training.
Having power and knowing how to use it aren't the same thing.
Unfortunately, Darkseid sent an army of Doomsday clones to attack the Amazons. Although they're not quite as powerful as the original Doomsday, they are still formidable and more than a match for an army of Amazons. Before they get overwhelmed by the assault, Superman decides to end the fight himself in one blow as he lets loose his heat vision at the entire army, blasting all of them to oblivion. This is by far the most powerful heat vision blast that Superman has ever let off. He's even slightly drained and out of breath from the blast afterward. If we analyze the type of beam that Superman used here, we'll notice that it's not the typical heat vision where it's pointed on a single point, but spread outwards, covering a large area, especially taking into account the fact that the Doomsdays were semi-invulnerable. And they weren't just injured or killed, they were literally vaporized, proving this scene to be one of the best showcases of his heat vision. Superman's death. There have been several occasions in which Superman has died by sacrificing himself, killing off villains such as Doomsday and even Lex Luthor.
I'm insane.
The most recent one was from the movie Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice in 2016. In this movie, Lex Luthor, the antagonist of the film, executes his backup plan, which is to unleash a monster genetically engineered using DNA from both Zod's body and his own, giving birth to Doomsday. Batman and Superman, along with Wonder Woman, have joined forces to stop Doomsday, but even with their combined strength, they can't stop the monster. last resort, Superman then picked up Batman's kryptonite spear and stabs Doomsday with it. However, Superman, already weakened by kryptonite exposure from the spear itself making him vulnerable, is fatally stabbed by Doomsday's spike before he dies. DC even has a comic crossover story event called The Death of Superman, which was released in 1992 and an animated film of this released in 2018. In this version, before he faced the Man of Steel, Doomsday fought multiple other superheroes and defeated every single one of them. When he finally got to Metropolis, Superman intervened, and they fought for hours. Superman desperately tried to get the creature into space to protect the citizens of Metropolis and cause as little damage as possible. The two exchanged hundreds of deadly blows, and Doomsday eventually beat the Man of Steel to death. That was not without dying himself from hits from Superman. This led to the iconic page of Superman lying dead and bloodied in Lois Lane's arms, with the rest of the citizens looking devastated, making the scene one of the most heartbreaking moments in the DC universe. Superman turning evil and killing the Joker. Superman has almost always been a beacon of goodness in a world overthrown by evil. This has been true since his character was created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster all the way back in 1938. But in 2013, the first installment of the Injustice franchise, Injustice: Gods Among Us, was released where Superman turned evil and tyrant. It all started when the Joker used a kryptonite-infused gas to make Superman hallucinate that he was fighting Doomsday.
Where is she?
Superman, stop. Whatever you're seeing, it's not real.
But in reality, he had beaten Lois and their born son to death. This triggered the bomb attached to her to detonate, destroying Metropolis and killing 11 million people. This event set off the Man of Steel as he murdered the Joker in cold blood, punching him so hard it pierced his heart. Although the Joker died in the end, it's worth noticing that he still had the last laugh. The scene itself is the embodiment of Joker's quote, "It just takes one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy." After this event took place, Superman transformed from a hero that everyone looked up to a dictator everyone feared with his regime.
They will be agreed to for you.
At the end of the film, Mr. Terrific then summoned Earth 1 Superman to confront Injustice Superman from Earth 22.
Both used to, but now I don't. Not anymore.
However, evil Superman still defeats his counterpart, since he is holding back but surrenders after being met with a Lois from Earth 9, who lost her Superman after becoming pregnant with his child, and reminds him that, just like for Earth 9's, life is sacred. Realizing how far he has fallen, a remorseful Superman willingly agrees to be imprisoned. Even though his regime didn't last long, just the thought of Superman turned villain and doesn't hold back is the stuff of nightmares that would unsettle the fans for days to come, making the scene one of the best yet.
How did H.E.R.O.V.E.R.S.E?
And finally, we have All-Star Superman. This film had a list of several feats that Superman had never shown before. One of them was shown during the rescue mission of a group of astronauts who were about to crash into the sun, and he saved them by expanding an energy net around the ship and dragging them out. This new power comes from being so close to the sun that he has been supercharged with its power. The problem, though, is that he has now become so powerful that his body is being destroyed and is being turned into pure energy. But before that happens, he's become more powerful than ever and showcased even more impressive feats, including his most impressive strength feat where he is able to lift 200 quintillion tons. This is quite possibly the best feat of strength Superman has ever done outside of the comics. At the end of the film, a cyborg named Solaris poisoned the Earth's sun, turning it blue, which is bound to kill everyone. Superman not only defeats what is essentially a sentient sun and then kills him, but as his body is turning into pure energy, he flies into our sun and heals it, turning it back into a stable yellow sun. Superman then spends several thousand years living in the sun, fully healing it until it becomes stable. According to Grant Morrison, the future self of the Superman is virtually identical to Superman Prime of DC 1,000,000, the most powerful version of Superman across the universe. And there you have it, the top 5 Superman moments in DC. Superman continues to remind us that true heroism knows no limits. Are there any more epic moments that you think deserve a spot in this list? Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to hit that like button to support the channel, and if you love this type of video, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell icon so you won't miss out on any of our future content in the channel.